Japan's unusually long hours on the job have triggered a health crisis. An alarming rise in suicide among overworked employees has finally forced the government to limit overtime. But the proposed new ceiling on overtime is so high, 100 hours per month, critics say it still won't protect workers. Here's Adrianna Diaz.
The trains are still packed at midnight as many commuters finally head home. The Japanese work some of the most grueling hours in the world, but all those overtime hours are killing workers. In fact, death by overwork is so common here, it has a name: karoshi. Satoshi Sekigawa was a manager at a cement factory. He committed suicide in 2010 after working 109 hours of overtime 1 month. The government ruled he'd been worked to death. I blame myself, his father told us. If he'd been honest with us, I would have told him to quit. Years later, his father can hardly bring himself to sort through his son's belongings. In 2015, there were more than 2,100 suicides related to work. According to the first ever government survey, 96 died of a heart attack or stroke, and nearly a quarter of companies said employees work more than 80 hours of overtime a month. One company, Dentsu, cuts the lights at 10 p.m. to encourage employees to go home after 24-year-old Matsuri Takahashi killed herself and left a trail of tweets about her punishing hours. Perhaps death is a much happier option, she wrote. As long as the Japanese have this warped idea of what's virtuous, Satoshi's father said, we'll have more karoshi victims. Adrianna Diaz, CBS News, Tokyo.